How you guys doing? I'm going to show you a couple super dwarf Cavendishes today. They get about 4 foot, 4 to 6 feet, depending on the pot size you have them in. I have them in, I believe, like 17 gallon. And that one, it'll be transplanted later. I just put in a smaller one because it was a pup. Let it grow in that for a while. Normally it's about a 17-inch pot, 17-20. That's what I keep them in. I use even fertilizer. I usually use 4-4-4 or a 5-5-5. It works great for me. I would say use it, but I don't recommend trying new things just because you spend money on it and you don't want anything to mess up. So it works great for me. I'm in the Midwest, so I do recommend putting a humidifier if you have them in the basement like I do, with a lighting system, just because they love humidity and it gets pretty cold, so you need some form of heat and humidity. So I put a humidifier down here on top of a vent that's back here. Keeps pretty warm over winter. They stayed here last year in the basement part and they work great. Yep, normally they'll have a reddish to a black marking on the leaves on the super dwarf Cavendish and the Cavendish variety. And when they mature, they lose all their markings. This is a mature plant now. Should be flowering, I'm hoping, next year maybe the following. It's about 2 foot right now. Has another 2 foot to grow. It's pupping pretty heavily. This was the pup off of this one. It's pupping again. Hopefully get a couple more pups, so keep that generation going. Yeah, they get about 4 to 6 foot. And I use even fertilizer. In the winter I use a lighting system and humidity, and it works great. Keeps them growing, doesn't stop them from growing. As you see, they put out leaf after leaf after leaf, and they just don't stop growing. And they say not to hit it with fertilizer over winter. I'm sorry, I have to. And it works. They keep on putting out leaves, and they keep leaf production. That's all I want. They're healthy, they're nice and green, they're not sick, and they look pretty good, if you ask me. Even this one, continuously putting out leaves. Yeah, that's what I go for. Nice pretty leaves. I'm going to show you a dwarf, but it's not a super dwarf. It gets 8 to 10 feet. I believe it's probably going to get about 12 in my case because I got it in a huge pot. I got this one last year and it grew. It was probably the size of that one, maybe a little bit bigger. But this is what it looks like now, and that's just a dwarf. So any of you guys buying a dwarf Cavendish, make sure you have the room, because these things get huge and they do not play and they grow fast. Yep, that's all I do for my super dwarfs. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Until next time, guys.